You can always protest in front of the federal building when he's in too.
Mhm.
Everybody is
True.
human and can be
and eat
Free
with
cubs.
him, out with him. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying to not even influence, because that's the other thing. You don't want the other or any side to say there's too much interference with this court case. So then there goes the funds, and then you dragged on another year, and then he needs to hire the new chart, like, because it can be dismissed without prejudice, meaning they can file again. So this is why it's like, no, this is not like LA
No, I get it.
bumping someone in the boob. Oh my gosh, I attacked you. It's not that. It's
more complicated.
2 quick things. The best book about Paulette Cooper is The Unbreakable Miss Lovely. And I want to say hi to Pup because I love her. Hi, Pup.
Hey, Pop.
We love you.
Yeah, did you see antics that I put you on the Inquirer this week?
Oh my gosh, no, I didn't, but I saw you finally subscribed to me.
Yeah,
Like
well,
a week ago.
that was part of the thing. As I was going through, you have to understand, I go through my sub list.
Somebody, no,
What can I say?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
I'm keeping to myself on that one. No comment.
I'm gonna go check that out. Thank you for letting me know. I'll check it out.
You've been loved by this community the past few months. So maybe not everyone knows what's happened in the last few months, but honestly, if anyone can actually help out Sin during this still difficult time, yeah,
it's
so I know
I'm waiting for Social Security is what it is. I'm trying to.
And that's such a hard, stupid. I don't know about government right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe if they wouldn't be bringing forth these stupid, ridiculous cases, they might actually have extra money to what? To help our senior citizens? Assholes. I'm talking about my mom, by the way. Before I get into trouble.
I was going to say, you calling me a senior citizen? I'm only 61.
No, I'm. Becky, you know what? Shut up, Becky. I'm going to my corner.
Oh my God, are you eating frosting?
No, I'm trying. Who is eating frosting? Oh,
I'm going to glue it together with a glue gun tomorrow and then finish adorning it.
Yes, let's change the subject. I already stuck my foot in the mouth.
Cheryl's about to go into a diabetic coma.
Don't eat too much of that.
Yeah, no kidding. That's the reason I am diabetic. My favorite treat as a kid was chocolate frosting, a spoon, and a big glass of milk.
Well, frosting was mine. Yes.
Dawn, you have been on my mind. I saw your video. In fact, it's coming. It's going to come up this week. This week coming up.
Yes.
Dawn her husband is very ill, and she's. We just need to hold her up and give her support. And Dawn, you have my email. I'll give you my phone number. If you need to talk, I'm
Good
here.
for you, Abraham.
We're here for you, lady. Whatever you need. We're here for you.
Yeah. No, definitely. Oh my goodness. Life is just so overwhelming for all of us. And
it is
parts of our life. And that's what I keep telling my teen who's 16, that you got to ride the wave. May crash and burn, but we're all here lifting each other up.
It's funny. I was away for quite a while, as you guys are very aware. And there 2 things happened. One is I told Scooter I needed to get back on with her. And 2, I started the Inquirer. And that was literally so that I could be back in with the community. And not isolate, because that's what I was finding I was doing. I was isolating, and I needed to have a community to talk to and interact with. That's one of the reasons I'm going to Florida, because I know you guys will get my happy ass out of the house.
You know that. We're
Yeah.
always outside.
That's right.
Yeah.
You just get your beanie on.
Becky,
I feel like elf right now, you know? Sorry.
I'm
We
trying
have
to
all
turn
those
on my
spots to do
candle, but
on
it went.
screen.
Look at this; it keeps going off.
I thought maybe she was smoking something or something, you know.
I need to see this.
Oh no!
It's
It's making me mad because I wanted to have a little ambiance in
Oh.
here, but
I
this
should
damn candle won't.
Ice cream. Abraham has whiskey. You have fire.
Okay,
Of course.
everybody, it's a candle.
You have all
It's a candlelight vigil.
You know what? We're all a little naughty.
You know,
You know we're all a little naughty.
Becky, if you
But
get
look,
one
it
of
keeps
these,
turning off.
if you get
Gerald,
one of
Yeah.
these,
your head's
it'll
about to
be
go
there.
down.
Oh yeah.
No, I enjoy turning on my candle with matches. I don't know why, but what happens is this is the long matches. I know I'm weird. It's just something about the matches, but what I'm noticing is that the wick is buried in wax and it's not letting me turn it on, and it's really starting to
That's
make
when
me
I just
mad.
light it on fire.
That should keep you busy for a while.
And
I'm having a candle.
Look, I already stuck my foot in my mouth with sin, so I had to pretend I'm busy over here.
all right, let's
We're
recap.
having,
Love
we're
you,
having
Sin.
a candlelit
This is
memorial for Becky's candle.
Oh, everyone.
I have long hair cat.
A shout out to Doug Kramer's soul. We miss you, Doug.
Miss you, Doug.
R.I.P.
Miss you,
Doug.
Doug.
It's been a
Here's
year.
the
We miss you,
recap.
Doug.
The naming of a gnome that will be the roaming gnome. No, I'm just now calling him gnome. I don't know. Roaming
No,
gnome
no face.
is at $70. We're doing a little auction.
Mhm.
Yep.
Gary.
I like my brain in the chat. Also, what's happening is we have a subscriber-a-thon. It's a complicated
Subscribe-a-thon.
So if you see any channels being popped up, please subscribe to them.
Mhm.
We are trying to get more subscribers so that way we can
Yeah.
Dusty.
As a community, we are growing a community. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody, you're welcome to be part of this community. The more the better.
And
The
we're
more the merrier.
we're a community of love. You hear? I mean, you know, we all
Yeah.
respect and love each other.
Yes, we
And,
do.
You know that, and we want to keep it that way. you
Yeah,
know,
even
so,
I agree.
you know.
And when we disagree, we do it in a respectful manner.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
we talk it out. You know?
Yep, we sure do.
Yeah.
And we realize that we can agree to disagree.
Yep,
This is a
we
good
sure
place
do.
to come and talk about boobs.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but
What?
Did you say boobs or boots?
He said boobs.
I'll talk about
What
boots.
happens when only
Boobs.
guys get it?
B-O-O-B-S.
It's about right.
Tatas. Tatas. You know, these guys.
Boobs?
Yes.
I always say we can
My
disagree
stream-
on everything else.
My streams full of women always lead to boob talk.
You started it.
I
Yeah.
always
And
say
Nance
we can
Drew
disagree
started
on
Well, you know,
everything
here's
else.
how it starts. Is that here's how it starts. I was going to do a
doing?
boobathon for
Antics.
Nance, and what happened was I was trying to get that going, and we were talking about the trouble that boobs get into on their own. And you know how you're painting a wall, and next thing you know, you have a smiley face on your shirt from the paint on the wall.
I was always flat
And of-
chested.
And of course, I'm the only guy in the chat.
So
And
he tells
all the
us
women
about
are
his
talking about
his
boobs.
balls hanging into the
Oh,
Dipping-
geez.
dipping in the
Is
water.
that, guys, this isn't, if you are under the age of 21, no,
What are you doing on YouTube?
right?
Do you have no
Back
Our
to
phone?
late
the
night
all of us
talks get
not
crazy
agreeing.
when we do all nighters like the chat-a-thons.
Oh, we've done that before. Yeah, we have. Even sometimes when you just want to throw up a panel. I think we did that the other day
Yeah.
with well, I call her Bunky. She's my Bunky because she and I were awesome.
Yeah.
With
Please.
Sunrise.
Yeah, we need to keep Nance in our thoughts on
Yeah,
on
please
her.
subscribe. She has her fireside chat
Mhm.
once every other week or so,
Yeah.
kind of updates and stuff
6
like
more
that.
days. She has
Yeah.
her hearing. So let's.
Oh, and I forgot. Head over to Janelle's art channel. She has posted 20 art pieces, paintings, I believe.
Bluestone
Up
art.
for donation or like
Mhm.
yeah, to support Cubs. So forgot about that one.
Mona.
Yes, we got a lot happening, and Boot
Yeah.
Talk now.
And who ended up? Wait, who is winning the auction of what is it? The roaming. What's the Nomi's gnome?
We are
That
at
was 75.
$70.
Me know me.
Brain fog.
He should be called Roman.
Roman.
I thought it was on Susan now.
Hi, Mona.
I don't know.
I thought it was
Hey,
on
Mona.
Susan now.
Who's keeping track? Who knows how much? Who knows where we're at?
It was
I'm at 70.
At 70. Do we hear 75? 75. Do we hear 75?
Oh, that's right. We were waiting on our auctioneer to get back.
$5. You left, and we were asking you if you were at that.
I would have outbid you.
And yes, I'm still creating more fire.
Yeah, I see it. That's why.
Yeah.
So this is called copal. This is copal. This is what when I need to like really cleanse my area.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I just realized that everybody on the stage here was in my Inquirer this week.
I was on your Inquirer.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got $1. We got $71. Indigo.
Indigo.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey,
Thank you, Indigo.
This is going to cut.
Oh, 75. We got 75. Club Brain Fog.
There you go.
Thank you, Club Brain Fog.
Back to
I want to know if
Mm.
Pup can actually talk or if something's wrong with her voice because we haven't even heard her speak yet. Hey, Pup.
Jen,
Who, me?
you there?
Yeah.
No,
We can't hear
you're
you.
muted.
You're muted.
you're muted.
But so I
Well,
do those crazy commercials. I don't know if y'all caught those.
I haven't. There I
This
go,
week-
sticking my foot in my mouth again with sin. I'm
You're fine.
sorry, Sin.
You're fine. I did one about soup, but the one I liked the most was the Hubbard, Miscavige, and Cruz, attorneys at law. We've covered up crimes since 1954.
Yes. Yes, that was good.
You know.
Jen, are you
No,
ignoring us like you always do in your chat when we're up to all these shenanigans?
No, she's having
I'm making
trouble.
sure I
There
had to
she is.
change three
Oh,
different mics.
We're just
we can hear you.
Oh wow, there she is.
Pup grew
So-
off.
So, Pup, you need to tell the story of the picture of Brad. I don't do it justice
Why me?
because you were there. I was not.
You walked into it.
All right. So
Susan,
remember
$80 to name the. Name Roman. Name. I'm gonna be all over the place. This is why, Dusty.
The Roman gnome.
The
Brain
Roman
Fog
Fog
just
gnome.
hit 85.
85.
Yes.
sunrise. All right. So I don't even remember how we got onto the topic, but basically what ended up happening was we were just talking and hanging out, and I had a little bit of an echo. Okay, there we go. We got to talking, and Brad said something, and I was like, I can just see it now. the picture in my head is Brad on the telephone pole, waving his hand like Godzilla, or King Kong,
Yeah.
batting planes out of the sky, and then Maya pulls it up, and we got to talking about stripping and wearing chaps and you know,
G-strings and
yeah, the whole, and I said I can
And-
just see it now.
and splinters in his bits.
It's like he's on the phone pole, power pole in his yard, waving his arm like he's batting at stripper dance on the pole, waving his arm like he's batting a plane out of the sky, and then all of a sudden he's got splinters all in his bits.
Stop short.
Oh,
Yeah,
ow.
Well, no, that was what the discussion was. That's what, and it broke Jen. It did.
I died.
She completely broke. She was snorting and everything. Yeah.
I was snort laughing the whole 9 yards.
So it was really, I've heard it was really funny. I went back and watched it, and yeah, it was really freaking funny.
And it was just one thing after another added
Yeah.
to the picture until finally I was like,
Oh,
yep, I can see him. He even said he'd sand the pole smooth and then oil it, and I lost it. I did.
Yep.
that's too funny.
Yeah.
Have
that's
you guys
pretty
ever seen the Scientos wear those Atari suits out in LA at Big Blue? You know what I'm talking about, Cheryl?
That's the superpower. That's the
They
only
only do that here.
They only wear that for the running around. I don't think they have a superpower.
I was gonna
around
say
that.
Eric's been around a pole so many times. We should get him one of those track suits. That's how they get it, right? They run circles and around a pole, right?
Get him some bronzer.
Yeah,
Get
I'm
him
pretty
some
sure the pole's still out at the gold base.
Yep.
That one out there.
Just make a calendar out of his legs and get it over with.
Right? Oh my God! Yes. Oh,
Can you
July.
imagine?
I
Can you
want
imagine
October.
boobs on the
Guys,
telephone
oh,
pole? I mean, seriously, can you imagine boobs on the telephone pole? Not only would you have splinters in your bits, you'd have splinters in your tatas.
I'm like,
Yeah, I'm not up for that.
Me neither.
Oh no.
That's a good
Back to the
idea, though.
booth.
We need to put together a streamer calendar.
Yeah.
all right,
Each
we're at
streamer can make a pose.
Someone's elbow.
Brain fog.
Someone's jaw.
Name the
Someone's
nose.
ankle. See if you know which body parts are whose. An ear.
Susan, 85.
Awesome.
$5 going to.
I see 90 coming.
There we go, 90.
Whoa,
Wow.
and you're gonna have to go higher, brain fog, because Susan got you before.
90. Okay. Yeah, Susan is 90.
I'm gonna use this to replace the black stripe.
So
Yeah.
Club Brain Fog.
There we go.
95.
now this is to go to Cubs champions legal defense, right?
It's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they get the right to name the roaming gnome.
Mhm.
It will be going to protesters around the world. They already have lined up 2 different
it's a perfect enough ear warmer.
protesters that it's going to go to.
You just said it was lightweight.
Antics.
It'll
Are you
be
there? Antics
enough
is
for their ear warmer.
on tattoo.
I am here, and you keep saying roaming gnome, and his name is Gnome Roamer. His channel name is.
I know,
Gnome
but that's
Roamer.
because I said we should call him Roman because he's Roman.
Yeah, but I mean,
Say
once
that
in a while,
again.
if I heard it said
It was-
right,
And
that
a
would
lot
be
of boys
nice.
are called Roman.
And I already
And
got
it's
a gift bag
just-
for her too.
It'd be
It's
nice
just
to
a
hear it
thing.
said right
No.
once in a while so people know how to find it.
This
You
is
Roman.
don't say American boys called Roman.
Okay.
English boys.
All right. We'll go
Just to
with
let you
Yeah,
guys
that-
know,
That's
I
me.
get names mixed up. I'm not a professional at this whatsoever.
Yeah. None
I
of us
can't
are.
remember the name.
Romer.
Yeah,
Roma.
shit.
But
Strange.
in my brain
Yes.
already, his name is Roman.
You go with me tomorrow morning. I'll
And
go get the stuff.
I'm not the one going to name him.
I okay. Thank you,
Make
Anthony.
squash
Sorry
lasagna
about
for your dad for
So
12
the
people.
gnome roamer
Oh,
is gonna
yeah.
going to already two different already planned out. So that's not what we're bidding on. We're bidding on his actual name, naming rights, and
Naming rights, right.
Brain
So you can
Fog
name
with
it.
95. Yes.
Gary
Yeah,
is
and
also a good
it's
name.
it's going to Cubs champion first because I figured that was the most appropriate fit. And then he's already said he's sending it to Manning 8 next. We want him in New York City for Christmas because Manning can get some really good shots with him there during Christmas.
Rockefeller
Center.
Plaza, Rockefeller Center, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And the plan is to go to every streamer, every protester, so that way they could take pictures with the same gnome and whoever wins this bid war.
Oh, then we can make a calendar.
I know it comes from Amelie, but it's funny because I actually had done that as a art project with a pet rock. I would take him around to different places whenever I'd vacation, and I'd set up little scenarios and say, here's Bob in Paris, and here's Bob in, So it's funny that when that movie came out, I was like, hey, that was my thing.
That's
But
my
yeah,
idea.
that's a great movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. See, yeah.
Well, Brain Fog, do you see what Susan says?
Yeah, and I'm ignoring it.
100 Brain Fog, and I will stop bidding.
I'll just wait.
I love Deadpool movie. We just watched the Deadpool one with
Still at
Wolverine.
95.
you
$95.
I do.
Right.
97.
97.
97, Susan. Ooh.
Ah.
Yep. It's gonna be 98. Watch.
I know, April, right?
Australia, yes.
Am I
Yeah.
saying
99.
99.
99 and a half won't do. No, got to be 100.
It's like when we went bananas for those Thetans, Cheryl.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
want
It's
the
like
gnome
bananas in
for
the blender.
Chinese New Year. I want the gnome for Chinese New Year here in San Francisco.
I think the gnome should
Oh, that would
wear-
be excellent.
Yeah.
I love
That would be really
idea.
cool.
The gnome
The
with
only
dragons
problem
and
is
lions
once it
would be
goes to
neat.
someone, they get to pick who it goes to next. So you're going to have to work your magic on that person. But I'll definitely try to persuade them for that because that would be awesome.
Chinese New Year is usually at the end of January.
$99.01. Oh, wait, someone bid. So Spock, you're not bidding?
9901.
You're not bidding.
Brilliant.
Are you sure you're not bidding that?
So, yeah, we got to have at least 5-cent increments.
Don't participate if you're
We
not
have
bidding.
standards here. I mean, come on.
Oh man. Yeah.
That's
Sh-
awesome.
Cheryl ought to put Xenu hat on the gnome.
Ooh, you could trust the gnome.
Yes.
That would be awesome. I love it.
Remember the Supreme Ruler.
Okay, we got a new bid, Spock.
Oh, and I can put him on the cans. I got those e-meters.
$99.05.
I can audit it at 9905. Okay, this is funny. I could put him on the e-meter.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah.
have a puppet
Kind
size
of flag,
e-meter
too.
that I
We'll
think
do
he
it
just
outside
gave
of
me my
flag.
idea for my
Who's gonna
Xenu
name
interview
the
because I have
gnome?
a puppet size e-meter.
Gnome roamer.
Oh, yeah. And if you make a little outfit for the gnome while he's with you, then you need to send it along with
It's
the
gonna
gnome.
need to come with the
It's a little
suitcase.
suitcase.
And it's gonna need to be
Yeah.
added.
Yeah.
Oh,
He needs like a little
different countries.
a little something from a little souvenir from every place he goes to, and it needs to be
And put him in
his,
drag.
In here, Don.
put him in drag. Who said that?
Oh,
That was
I'll put him in drag.
Well,
Put
that's
him
what I'm saying.
Get it,
It would be
girl.
awesome to see all the different cultures and all the
Mhm.
different places, country wise, within the country, the different regions.
Oh! When it comes to Florida, I'll make it like a little mullet. And a tiny alligator.
Yeah,
And a tiny alligator. And
Yes,
some Daisy
tiny
Great
Dukes.
white.
That's all you
Well,
need,
you
some
know-
Daisy Dukes, a mullet,
know
and
when
an
it-
alligator.
when it comes
Right.
to Texas, we have to put a cowboy hat and put him in boots.
Yes.
$99.
That's not fair because I'm one of the last of the Wild West out here.
Well, but you can give him a different hat and a different pair of
No.
Well,
boots.
you can put the pew pews
cowboy
and the
hat.
holster and the
It's a
It
cowboy
fair.
might, it
hat.
might come to you first. You don't know. I mean, it might come to you
Cowboy
before it
hat.
gets to Texas.
His little holster.
either
Chaps.
that,
Put chaps on him.
either that, pup, or put him at a one-armed bandit.
Man, I can't
Yeah.
wait for it to come out here. We got so many places to take pictures with. The
Ooh,
dog.
yeah, I'll
And
take
then
I'll
it
take
make
him
me
to
get a-
Vegas with
That's
me.
what I said. The chaps. You need to put the chaps on.
I
Vegas.
how
Vegas
thrilled I
would be
am that
cool.
everyone's getting into the spirit of this and really thinking creatively and having fun, because that's the whole idea around it, is to bring a little bit of joy into these people's lives that
Right.
are working so hard to
Absolutely.
take
Yeah.
down this evil cult.
Yeah.
Yes.
we could get the Scientology Clearwater cop to give the gnome a trespass warning
Put him in
That would be
handcuffs.
hysterical.
right in front of the Fort Harrison.
Make him a little protest sign.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got a
yeah.
protest
Remember
sign
you-
already.
Yes, I'll make
I
you
had
a
him
little
set
sign.
up to be on
Cheryl
screen,
Cheryl
'cause
had
I
a
thought I
great
could
thing. She did the
reverse the image,
OT9.
so I had him in a little setting where he's
OT9
got a little
suitcase.
protest sign
Davy
that says
God
support
knows.
Cubs. But I couldn't reverse the image, so I didn't.
Yeah.
You guys don't get to see it. You'll see it when I do my skit.
Make him a mod. Oh, Darth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah,
Hi,
little
welcome
baby.
in, Darth.
That would be San Francisco Indigo.
Yeah.
Buttless
Get a oh,
Little
that's my
leather
son.
outfit.
That's my son, y'all. That's
Yeah, that's Sin's son.
yeah.
Hi, Jack.
That's my son.
Oh my
Hi,
God.
Jack.
Gonna
Yeah,
need a
no.
pickup truck in Texas with a gun rack.
Yeah.
And head over
Yeah,
to
but that's a lot of
Actually,
shit.
no, that's more Las Vegas
She has
anymore.
20. I don't know if any
But-
is sold. Janelle, has any sold? She has 20 art pieces for sale to go to Cubs Champion. Check her channel out. All the proceeds are going to Cubs Champion legal fees.
Okay. Yeah, I can.
Shout out to
I can see
Paraditology
that.
for that 3D print on We Know Nameless. Paraditology is absolutely hilariously amazing.
Yeah.
Hello, Jenna
He's great.
friends.
Hi,
Two
Jack.
thumbs up.
His
Yeah,
work's
he's
really
lovely.
good. Yeah.
Bye,
Yeah.
Indigo.
So
Yeah, this
Cub
is my
Friend
young.
Club. Oh my gosh, words are heard. That's why don't judge me. So he Spock is getting it at $99.05. Any opposition? Maybe. I don't know. She's thinking about it.
She watched Storage
Oh,
Wars
Rick-
right before we got on.
$95.05. Ricky and a beam.
It needs to be either a $99.06 or $100.
Now we're in 5-cent increments.
Please.
Got to go a minimum of
Uh,
99.10.
We've moved a few pebbles. They're going for a modest $25 donation as a token of thanks. So some have already been sold, art pieces, it looks like.
The
If we
good
move them
son.
all, that's $500. So head over there.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
How do you
wonderful.
spell Phaeton?
THETAN.
Cindy, is that your son I met
Yes.
on the stream that night?
Probably.
Welcome back.
He goes, I'm the good son, I think.
So Ricky
Hopefully.
and Beam, do we have a little more than 99 0.5 cents. 5 hundredths.
I didn't spell it right.
5 100ths.
Somebody do 100.
Oh.
Thank you. Too late.
Oh.
Hold on. Cheryl.
Do you see that, Cheryl?
Yours.
Okay.
150 go.
Fine.
I've got one for you right now.
Club Brain
I am
Fog.
so excited. Thank you,
Email me
Cheryl.
your
Thank you,
email.
Club Brain
Email me
Fog.
your address.
$150 is the highest bid going to Club Brain Fog.
She's gonna make you one of those big
Cheryl.
ones.
Got
Those
it
big
correctly.
Thetans.
Gnome Roma.
One for you. I
Woohoo!
got a
need
big
to-
one for you. I just said that out loud.
Nails art and
When are you gonna make a life-size one?
No, I want the one that who had the one like
saying-
this.
you know
I've
what?
got the legs and they're
I
this
would
big.
love to fit inside one and be a Thetan.
Ooh.
That would be adorable.
That would be so
You guys
cute.
can all make parts and then put it together.
I think all of us
I got
crocheters
two
would have to
arms
do
of
a
one
part.
that's gonna be this big.
Oh my goodness.
No,
Just
I've
send me
got-
where I should send it.
Hold on.
That's funny. Well, you know, when it gets actually, Pup, when it gets to you, you're gonna have to put him in chaps and a G-string, and put him on a
Oh, that's a
telephone
different
pole.
I was thinking about that.
Oh, the wooden
I
pole.
was thinking about that.
A wooden pole, guys.
Hold on, I just got hollered. I'll be right back.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Which one? There's like a ecru or like a tanny one, a pink one, a blue one.
Pink.
For $150,
Oh,
she should get a
cool.
cluster.
And that's
Cheryl,
the biggest one. Yeah. Okay.
she needs a cluster.
I know. Don't ruin the surprise.
Oh,
He's a boy. What do you expect?
you hear that? You just get awarded OT 9 and 10. How about that?
All right.
And you had to pay for it and everything. You are saving the world.
There you go. Just
Do you want to know his name now?
Yeah.
Just email me your address at feralcherylontheloose@gmail.com.
His
And I
name is
will
George.
send
Look at
you a payton.
His name is George.
I'm not the oldest. Your father
George?
is.
George. It's from Looney Tunes.
ignoring
'cause
you.
Bugs Bunny would always say, "I wish my brother George was here."
Ah.
But that's what Liberace used to say after his brother George, who played the violin, died.
Ah.
And when I was a kid, my violin was named George.
Uh-huh. So, got
So it was like, it's not going to be something all funny and goofy. It's George. I just want to hear everybody say George constantly.
it. That's funny.
Why
If
is
somebody
nobody
doesn't want him
doing
named George, bid
I
more
only
than
entered once. It's just entering. So are we closing the bid?
I know. Are
I
we
think
closing it?
should.
By George? Hey, George may get more money because people don't want to do George.
George. George
I
the
think
gnome.
George is cute.
George is cute.
So are we closing
Like
it?
it.
I mean,
One
I
of my
can
dogs
see.
is named George.
We'll turn around and we'll look at it and do it the way Marilyn does. Oh, George.
I know where she has it going. Willie is British. Yeah.
Totally forgot about that, George.
That's funny.
They didn't go with me to Chicago org where it took them 7 minutes to use blind tech. My Thetans are Winona and Winston.
I have a Phaeton. He's on my microphone over here. Get the
I didn't even think of Marilyn's George. I totally didn't.
George Massey.
Yeah,
She's always
George
yelling at
Massey.
him because he's always doing things in the background.
Yeah, I definitely.
For unemployed engrams.
That's awesome.
Antics. Is the bid closed or are we still going?
We'd probably do it until Dusty's done,
Okay,
because
I wanted
maybe
to-
somebody
that's what
will
I was
bid
I
more.
wanted
thinking.
to clarify to make sure the chat knows, we all
Just
know.
keep going until Dusty's stream ends.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just let me
just-
know if
I'll
I'm
stay
high
until
I'm
bidder
just
Dusty's
if I
in
win.
cruise control. It's Saturday night for me.
I'm
And
still
Carol, I
sending
still
you
want
the
to
payment.
Satan if I don't get the name.
All yours. No, it's yours already. I
Uh,
just need your address.
So we may be up till 4 o'clock in the morning because Dusty is on a Saturday.
Well, you might be. What time is it? Oh, it's
That's
11:11.
right.
Oh, it's 11:11 on 12:12. Oh,
It's only 8:11 here. I
It's
can go for
10:11
a few more
here.
hours
God,
if I need
Eva,
to.
I've been
I
looking
can
for
eat
you. I can't
tomorrow.
find your address. I need you to send me your address again
Who?
because I've got your little Darth Vader over there.
Oh, Darth Beaver?
Yes, I promised them a while ago the little Darth Vader doll I did. I did a
Uh-huh.
little Satan Darth Vader. And I haven't
Nice
seen
and
Darth
right.
Vader, Darth Beaver in the Darth,
Bye,
Darth Beaver
Dawn.
for a while.
Get
So,
some
and I
rest.
promised them.
He needs a passport. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yeah,
Oh, he's a little passport.
that's
Everyone
funny.
needs to like
Yes,
sign
for the
it like a little
passport.
passport. So that'll be like,
No, passports for the stamp, like the stamps for the
That's
passport,
funny.
so that way we know where he's been.
Love you, Sunrise Dawn.
Oh,
Journey,
Yeah.
that's an excellent idea.
Or
That's
a
funny.
journeyman's notebook, field notes.
I know something that will like
Because the stamp-
wherever he's been.
and when
Whatever,
everyone
like-
signs their
Yeah, and then take a
name.
picture of it and I'll post
Yeah.
it.
There's
It's
a book
like a
that
little-
says
Right.
field notes, or yeah, I think it's field notes. I can't remember the name of the book. But there is like a little journal that people use to go hiking with and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
one of those.
Yeah,
So
because
it will tell the
you can't make
tale
it.
of the whole story of where he's traveled to
Yeah, and the pictures that
and who he
he's
stayed
been
with.
at.
Notes. It's field notes. That's what it is.
Yes.
Field
And
notes.
then we can make a calendar.
And we can take him to the state capitol, which has the tallest rotunda in the country.
Ooh.
That would be so cute. What a
And-
great idea, Andrew.
And then
Thank
Stevie
you so
Ray
much.
And
Vaughan.
he's
Stevie
very
Ray Vaughan
photographic.
statue.
Statue.
Yep. That's here. So
I saw
Photogenic
Stevie
little
Ray
guy.
right before he
There's lots
died.
of potential there.
yep. There's a lot of stuff in Austin to do.
So
And then
he's, the gnome
hit
has
up
to have
San
his
Antonio
picture
and-
taken
yeah.
everywhere he goes, and all the
Yeah.
highlight
Of
spots.
course.
yeah.
So I can
Like-
take
Absolutely.
him to a
And then
Subdeck.
email it to me and I'll post it on his channel.
Yeah.
I can't wait to take a picture of the gnome in front of flag.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
And of course, getting his trespass warning from the cop in front of Fort Harris, I think would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
the
I can
gnome.
take him to the train station here. I can take him to the museum, or we can put him in the jail cell that it actually is from the original jail that we had here, because it's not.
You
been
could
that
take
long
him to
ago
the
since they
Sphere.
built it. I don't go to the
Yeah.
Strip. Ooh, no, I don't go to the Strip. Nope, I'm good. I'm good.
It's
But
for
there are some landmarks
photographic
that I can-
purposes only.
That's not for regular people.
Consider
Is it to
for work.
collect photographs or is it to create photographs?
there are some landmarks that I can take them to in Vegas that keep me off the Strip. I don't do the Strip.
Mount
Right,
Charleston. Mount Charleston.
Area
lovely.
54. Or,
Take it up there to the snow and the horsey carriages.
Oh, I can do that here at home.
Oh,
It's snowing
right.
right now.
Right, you're right. You're in.
it's what?
Yeah,
It's snowing.
It's snowing
What?
right
This is
now.
why I couldn't live in Reno. I couldn't
Is
live
that
in
where
Reno.
they got those pretty
I'm not
flakes
in
that
Reno.
fall from the
I'm
sky?
on the east side of the
I
state.
mean,
But still, it's
I
it
can't
gets
do that.
icy. Oh,
She was
yeah,
trying to talk me into moving down there, and then she told me how cold it gets. I said, "This
That
girl
one's
don't
cool.
get that."
Very
Mm-mm.
cool.
Nope.
It
Ghirardelli
is
I love
Square.
a cold.
desert
I
cold.
hate-
It's
But, you
desert
know,
cold.
At being in Texas, at central Texas, South Central Texas, Austin, basically, it don't. If it snows here, as you well know from Snowmageddon in 21, the whole place shuts down. And I am one of those people when I moved to Tennessee and you get snow there, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be so fun since I never saw snow because I lived in Texas all my life, and yeah, that stuff is wet and cold.
Yeah, see? Yeah, the Rick Steve of colds.
Yeah, I 5 minutes,
I know.
maybe 15.
25 years in Colorado, I had my fix
Yeah,
of snow.
It's cold, it's wet, it's heavy, and I have to shovel it and try not to fall. And no.
Right, I grew
sucks.
up in London and it snows, and just trying to go to school in the morning, it's slushy at certain times of day, and then it turns to ice. I spend most of my time slipping and falling on my ass. And number one, it's embarrassing and humiliating. Number two, it fucking hurts. And number three is probably why I have degenerating discs by now, because that's how I grew up. I'm falling all the time.
You know, growing up in the Bay Area, we had it tough. I used to have to walk to school, and there would be a layer of ice across the mud puddle.
yeah,
Yeah,
I-
we had it rough.
yeah.
All I
I
had was snow once
Dusty.
in Oakland. That's it. Once.
Dusty, seriously,
Oakland, it's snow.
go
Yes.
to these
Yeah.
Sierras.
77, I think.
Yes, I
It's
remember
really
that.
cold
Fourth
here.
grade,
I
yeah.
had to put on socks and
76
shut one of my
maybe?
windows.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I fed my dog snowballs and I got in trouble.
My
Is the
brothers went and
elevator
scooped
right
all
next
the
to
snow off
Berkeley?
the cars and made a
No.
snowman about this big, and they
It
were so
is.
proud.
Alameda, is it right next to Berkeley?
Alameda is that little bitty island right next to Oakland, right next to
right.
Jack London Square.
Right, it's the island. Okay,
We
right.
called it Amity, like in Jaws, when I was growing up in Oakland. So
Yes.
because they all tried to be, which is now bougie, but they were all fancy because then they were Alameda, except for the north because it had a military base. So they had all the hookers on one street.
Oh, well, convenient.
Mm-hmm.
My old
Effective.
music
the lineup.
director in high school, he moved
They
on
were the
to
women
Alameda
of the
High
guys
School.
who left.
Hi,
yeah.
Arkansas. Flamingo.
My old
Wait, is it
music
all
director
women?
I had when I was in high school, he moved on to Alameda High School, and he was there for 25 plus years. He
Was he a
just
prostitute?
recently retired.
He used to think that if we dated a guy from Alameda High, that we were all fancy.
Yeah, that's
Oh, really?
Becky's purse. I think it's a purse or a backpack. that she
Oh,
wore
a
to
touch
the
of Florida. Becky has a touch of Florida in
Is she
LA.
muted? Did you mute yourself, Becky?
Becky, no te oigo.
So Cheryl,
Muted.
Eric Beaver says he emailed you.
You're
muted.
Don't bite.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's my cat. Oh, Darth Beaver. Okay, good. Thank you.
What weird things are you doing, Cheryl?
Well, he's under the table and he's biting my leg. Because I need Galaxy Jackson to come to my house. This cat has a very bad habit of, to get my attention, he bites me. He doesn't have to. I'm right here.
You talk about ankles. Sure, it's your cat.
See, that's why. See, I have an ankle thing because the damn cat. He keeps
Yeah.
biting
18
mine.
degrees. I don't even know how you guys survive. I just, it drops below 70. We're shivering.
10 degrees. I
Oh,
love
I
it.
Yeah,
used to be the same
exactly.
way. I grew up in Florida. I used to be this exact same way. Now I
But
can
you
get
still-
to about 50 before I start shivering.
It is no. It's like 67 degrees here and it's freezing.
You saw us. We were bundled up like we were in a snowstorm.
Well, did
last
you hear
night.
the window? It was really uncomfortable. It was really like,
Yeah.
this is like Scotland. This is horrible. What's going on right now?
Wow.
That's how you
Is that
tell the
better?
tourists in
Wearing
San Francisco.
A puffy jacket I bought from Minnesota for the snow. I was wearing that last night in Clearwater.
Yeah, that wind, we couldn't even hear you talk. That wind was blowing so hard.
Right. And Aaron had his puffy
Yeah.
jacket on, and if he's got his puffy jacket on, you know it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
Right now it's
seriously.
26 degrees.
Hey, Dusty, check on urine to see if maybe something happened.
I'm still wearing my
muted
shorts.
Becky.
No,
No.
Nothing on urine.
On your
he's not
side, Jack.
muted over here.
I
Okay.
can take him to South Beach. Yes, let Abraham take him to South Beach.
Yeah, no
Um,
sound, Becky.
No sound.
Make sure you're
Uh-uh.
plugged in
Get a
and
picture
look
from
under
the-
settings on StreamYard.
Yeah,
Oh,
check your
playing domino.
check to see on StreamYard if you're muted.
Make sure you're on the right
you're
audio
frozen.
because you could be on a different audio.
I think she's frozen.
Now she is.
Try carrier
Yeah,
pigeon.
she said we were
Send
all
us a
bucking
carrier
earlier.
pigeon. Have you tried smoke signals yet? You're frozen up, Becky. It's got to be.
That's why, yeah.
It's your internet right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, take him to South Beach. Take him to the Miami Beach sign, and then take him to.
I like
the
that
cruise
picture
ship,
though.
Little Havana. I know she looks good.
Uh-huh.
I always tease
The
that
light
Becky doesn't
stop.
come and hang out with me much anymore because all I want to do is talk about food.
Abraham,
shouldn't-
whose chat are you in?
She was having internet issues earlier.
Yeah. She kept
Abraham,
saying
what
like
chat
a
are you in?
buffer.
She just jumped out, so she'll probably
Yeah.
jump back on.
But Abraham's saying what happened, the live stopped.
That's your end, not ours.
The Cubs champion is at 4108 now.
Nice.
4,108 now.
Seem to have scared everybody off.
We'll just have to keep at it.
Yep.
Bird of the jungle, yes.
We're doing all right there.
Well, you know,
Wait,
I put it
hold on,
on. I put it on the Inquirer, and I'll continue to do that. You know, every week until we get this all straightened up. You know,
Thank you, Sin.
you're welcome.
Abraham,
Yeah,
you'll
no
have to
problem.
dress him up like a fat guy in a Speedo on South Beach.
I don't think we need that on the calendar.
No.
It's one of the reasons I don't go to beaches.
I was thinking of cute things
Yeah.
that we could
That's
do.
not a good look. Yeah, no.
It's
I mean,
froze
I get
again, Becky.
funny, but that's like.
Yeah. I mean,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah, we're alive.
Thank you.
Hip, hip, hooray.
So what's his name, Cheryl?
Cheryl, what's your cat's name?
What's your cat's name?
Pain in the ass.
Bitey. No, his name's Rexy.
Rexy?
And he's a good boy. He's only 5 months old. He's a baby
Aw.
still.
I didn't hear his name. What was his name?
Rex.
And his mama loves him so
There's a
much.
bunch of. There's a bunch of.
He's
There's
black
a
cat, so he's going to be a
background, and
beast.
my
Yeah.
ears have fluid in them. So what?
Black cats are always beasts. I love them.
Yeah, there's some sort of feedback, is what it sounds like.
I know it does. Somebody's got it. Bex? It could be Becky.
I think so, Becky.
I
Yeah.
didn't hear it
Are you
before.
having all these audio issues?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah, that's you.
Big time.
really underwater.
You
Yeah.
You got
You sound like
feedback.
the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, it sounds like bubbles coming up.
I don't know what's going on. Is that better or no?
No.
Yeah.
We can-
better,
We
but
can hear
yeah.
you, but there's still feedback.
Like
You're
there's a
snorkeling.
You know,
TV or
I
something
think that
on in the
just
back.
means that I need to get my butt inside because it's like 60 degrees out here.
In a way. Ooh.
Oh, you're
I
right.
feel you, man. I feel you. We're talking about cold too. Yeah, it's brutal. 60. Ooh.
Oh, the problem. Hold on. Let me do something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my headset. Is that better or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way better.
Okay.
No,
I don't
No, I'm still, now it's back. Yeah.
Still doing it.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me see. One more thing. If not, I'm out.
Are you watching it on stream on?
Do you have your YouTube on?
Yeah, your YouTube on. Yeah.
Yeah, now I hear the bat. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
Turn your YouTube off.
Is that better or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Sort
Well,
of?
Jen, you had something that was echoing earlier.
Yeah. What we're getting is, sort of the loop. What we're saying is repeating.
We're at the Grand Canyon.
It's
Wow, wow, wow.
it's
Have
like
a good one, guys. I
All
think
right.
it's time for me to go inside. I'm cold.
All
All right,
right.
You
Becky,
guys
we
have a
love
wonderful
you.
one.
Thank
I'll
you
see
for
you guys in
popping
chat.
in.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
keep cracking skulls.
There you go.
Did that do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We figured it out. Yeah, Becky, it was you.
Yeah. You must have been running YouTube in the background. Is that what it sounded like?
Well, YouTube's usually got a 3 or 4 second delay.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was. So,
I was going to say, when I had it on here, it was pretty that close. So
Right.
that's how you need to turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
had flashbacks.
Yeah, it made my ears. Wee.
Oh,
yeah.
I imagine.
Now I'm having a lot of still equilibrium problems. So when there's something else going on, I cannot hear. Like it cancels it out. So it's like, what? So annoying my husband. What did you say?
Yeah. I do that all the time, team. I've just started with some balance issues recently. I go to the doctor on the 23rd. I'm going to talk to her about it because sometimes it gets really bad and I have to literally put my arm against the wall to walk,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
No, I've had
wouldn't-
I go down
Yeah.
and I'm just spinning.
Uh-huh.
So,
I mean, I wouldn't pass a sobriety test. Let's put it that way.
No. So yeah.
I
I
have
a hearing
ear pain
test.
and a leg
Already
thing.
had-
And I look drunk sometimes when I'm streaming, when
Uh-huh.
I'm walking, because I'll turn for no reason. Like, Surprised they haven't called me on it yet. Going, she's drunk.
No,
Oh.
I started getting paler and paler as I was doing my lives. And I was like, I really don't feel good. So I looked back and I was like, wow, I'm pale. No one noticed.
Do you have vertigo? Is that what's going on?
They think it's worse than that. They think it's POTS, which is a postural. When I change positions,
Uh-huh.
it really makes me spin, and I turn
Wow.
my head, and it's either POTS, a postural whatever messes with
Uh-huh.
the blood pressure, and I can't regulate, or
Uh-huh.
it's my
Station two.
whatever Meniere's disease.
Meniere's. Yeah. My dad had that.
And so it's the fluid in the back of or in
Yeah.
the ears that totally
Yeah.
take away your balance. And so
Mm-hmm.
eventually I won't be dizzy, which I really don't want to be dizzy anymore.
Mhm.
But that
Yeah.
means I'm in a higher stage, and that means my hearing's going to go. So they're
Oof.
trying to do the hearing test. I already did the heart monitor to cancel out any heart problems.
Yeah.
And there's some extra heartbeats every now and then. But they said that's a sign of something else happening. So it's not the heart.
Mm.
Right.
I don't know.
Wow. Wow.
So I barely move. I get out of breath and
Uh-huh.
I just can't catch it.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Man, that sucks.
I was like, I don't need another diagnosis. I just don't.
Yeah.
Why can't we just say this is normal? Don't move your head. Stay very still, and you'll be fine.
You put you in one of those what are the scoliosis things,
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
that's
can
it.
your
Just
head.
wrap me in bubble wrap, and then just because I told my husband I don't want a wheelchair. I want a scooter. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need one.
Yes.
You know,
same, right?
Lord.
Yeah, if we all are going to get scooters, then we'll be the scooter brigade.
Well, I do have old Tifa on YouTube, so I'm going to start it soon.
Oh, Oh.
Yeah.
So what, guys, what I do for, so you know what I do for Inquirer, I start usually on Wednesdays. This week I'm starting late on Thursday, and I just go through my subscriptions. Okay. And if you have something within at least 4 to 5 days, I will pick it up and use it. So the idea is to keep people doing streams or videos as well. So, I mean, Abraham does some great stuff on Sins of Scientology. I pick his stuff up. He's on this week's. I pick, like I said, Antics. I did her little puppets about how many Scientologists does it take to screw in a light bulb, which was great. And
It doesn't count. I'm still messing with the 50. The building address is 50.
So
I don't know how many, but it takes 1 billion years.
Yeah.
They're so off with their numbers.
Yeah.
So I will.
Yep. So
Arkansas Flamingo has that too.
See,
No,
and
Disney-
Scooter Mom has it too, she said, but she doesn't have any stuff that I had, but I had headaches. I've had, like a year ago, I just had
nausea.
an episode. I turned my head and I started spinning in a coffee shop, Journey coffee shop, or no, not Journey. I don't know. Anyways. And I said, can you call 911? I'm going to go lay outside. And I found like the dirt to lay down because I couldn't even keep my eyes open. It was like, what is this? So the doctor has looked back at my past.
Uh-huh.
Was like, well, you have these type of headaches. You've had this type of, just random syncope. Do you have like high pitch noises? I said, yeah. And this ear is completely like, more clogged than this. And he's like, oh, okay. Because it is more on one side more than the other. And I was just like, I really don't want this diagnosis.
Wow.
So I hear everybody saying they don't have these symptoms. And I'm like, okay, I really don't need one.
You
I
have
want
them
to
all.
get better.
Yeah.
You're having them all. That's why.
The bad part about it is with vertigo like that, it's it mess nausea.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
right.
No, I've wanted to throw up. I could not eat. I could barely eat. I like to, but then I was like, I don't want to think of food right now.
Yeah.
No, it was
It gets
I
you.
was spinning for 6+ hours in the ER, and they had me sitting, and then I looked at myself in a mirror and I looked like like this and pale and my hair is all like everywhere. It's because it's like, can we stop spinning? Stop moving.
It's like a bad drunk that never ends.
Like I have the
Bridge, hey.
the
Sorry.
other type of after effects.
Yeah. Do you can you put your foot down on the floor? Does it help?
No, it's literally changing
Wow.
positions.
Wow. I feel you. I feel for you. I do. Knock
Well,
on wood, I don't
my
get
husband's
anything
like, are you
like
gonna like the house is a little messy. And I'm like, I move, I'm out of breath. I have to, and that's
Hey, Fraud.
for a year now, at least a year. I take a shower, I cannot get dressed right away. I have to lay down because I'm exhausted.
Wow.
If I get dressed, it's like I ran the marathon again.
Wow.
And I just thought it was me. Like, it's like, okay, well, I gained weight, or I'm gonna be 43 soon. I'm this, you're just like making excuses.
I mean, I can't bend over. You got to see me try to put my underwear on. It's,
Well, that's what I'm like, because I have a spinal fusion in my L5S1.
Mhm.
And then I have now a new scar, more titanium to screw back my
Ooh.
wrist. So I'm just like, it's just with it, right? We're just going. Because you hear, you're too young. It's like, yeah. So what's the problem?
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all fine here. See, I told you it's normal, and they're like, that's not really a thing.
Does-
Eating over there.
what are you eating?
No,
over
I
there?
blew out my Eustachian tubes about 20 years ago. So
Ooh.
yeah,
Cookies
I
and
get.
cream pie.
I've gotten better, but I used to get ear infections constantly, and I even drove with vertigo. I never got nauseous.
Thank God.
And somebody would catch me and go, "Would you go to the doctor and get that fixed?" So, but yeah, no, I get I get water in my ears where I can tilt my head and it'll come out because I blew them when I had the flu once or something. So I blew so hard that I like blew them out. It
Oh
was
wow.
really weird. Yeah. And so I think they might have really healed after 20 years because I haven't had vertigo or I haven't had an ear infection in about a year or two. But I always let them get too far.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how Papa Cat would know because I'd be like falling against a wall and he's like, "How bad is it?" I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't get nauseous. That's my problem. If I did, I probably would have had it fixed a lot earlier when it happens. But
Yeah.
I've easily had 10 ear infections.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
those are awful.
Yeah. I can't imagine, I mean, with what I have to do and I have to, especially all the medications I'm taking now, Scientology would hate me. I'm telling you, because I have, I've got all of these stuff to calm me down after losing Pete, and I'm still using them, just to keep my depression down and all of that stuff. And man, I tell you, I have a pharmacy in there.
Man,
I
I
have a
just
whole bottle of
realized I
Xanax.
left all my lights on in the backyard.
Oh,
My turtles are having
but
late
yeah,
They were
So-
farting.
Dad, what's going on, Dad?
yeah.
Listen, I get you.
There you go.
Yes, yeah, they would not like me because it's like I'm not doing a touch resist. I'm not thinking about something so that way I could get better. That doesn't make it go away.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I had so many ear infections as a toddler, a kid, and that's why I could not speak the normal English language. I could not say my R's, my S's, or TH sounds. That's the whole English language. It's thrown out. And then I heard partial sentences, so verbs and all this analogy didn't work. Then add a learning disability and find out when I'm trying to do speech.
No.
Stupid kid.
Oh no.
I had to learn 10 times as much for one thing as everybody else, and I could not speak English. So, woo! So this is why, and with all my background, with my trauma, it's hard to focus on just everyday learning in a school because I'm surviving.
Yeah.
So this is why words are hard for me, sentences are hard for me, and that's why I'm like, I'm not a professional.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but surviving, because that's what I'm doing. And right now I'm just surviving.
And that's where the humanity part in this movement is huge. And that's why I love that, our differences and our opinions and everything, we still can hear each other out and see how the other side lives, other part, it's not all one pretty picture next to the pretty picture. It's life. And
it's messy and it's
it's really kind of interesting in this community got me through this period. And I mean, right afterwards, I was a wreck. I was, an absolute wreck. And I mean, all you have to do is talk to Miss Kim because she got the first call and she, anyway, it was difficult, but the support and the love that I got from the community got me through that time, and that's saying something for this community,
Yeah.
And
it's why I came forward with my side of things, because there was so much anger
Mm-hmm.
and division when this summer that was all happening.
Yeah.
I just got on. I was like, "This is why I protest the way I protest. Here's
Mhm.
my story." And it's not that I felt safe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel safe, but it's to be, if someone's listening out there,
Mm-hmm.
hey, there's more different types of people and what they're going through, what they've been through, and maybe they haven't seen that side of the world or that type of behavior of why one would be different than the other.
Mm-hmm.
But I just came forward with my story and said, hey, okay, this is why I rather love
Mm-hmm.
than judge. And I can judge. I can be like, oh, well, that and that and that and that.
Yeah.
But I want to at least try to come forward with compassion, because I was placed in a very not safe environment. And so it's like I can immediately see everybody as wrong or unsafe. But hey, can we take the humanity, put the humanity back into our conversations and lean on each other when we need to, instead of, well, you have nothing for me, so I'm going to go over here because that person has for. This is not why I started a YouTube channel.
No, me neither. Me neither.
I'm in my 40s and I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I'm not entertainment. I mean, I may find different things, but I'm not.
Everybody says that I'm so funny, both on Scooter Report and on with the stuff I do with the Inquirer. I'm never thought of myself as a particularly funny person.
It's the wig. It's hilarious. And the backdrop. Perfect. I mean, it's.
Yeah, the wig is just so good.
The whole bit is great.
Am I going to have to bring that wig down to up to over to Florida when I come?
Yeah, and your bikini. We're taking pictures.
I can't do a bikini. Holy crap.
Wear a bikini over
you.
It would be like a scene out of Family Guy.
You could totally wear a bikini over your clothes.
Yeah, that's
normal for Florida.
Yeah, but they want me to wear one of those G-string bathing suits.
Get you a burkie.
I know. I could never wear what they wear. They all wear up their crack.
Butt floss. No, thank you.
I don't like those.
It's like the Love Island. Their tops are upside down to begin with, so the tops are the wrong way on, and then the back is just right up their crack, and all you see is just
when you get blisters or something.
I don't ever go to the beach, so I don't ever see
get splinters in your bed.
It's butt floss. It's literally butt floss.
Wear a shirt that has a bikini on it. You know how they wear the muscle.
I gotta find one.
Just wear it, and it's like, it's
very. You can find everything on Amazon.
Yeah, no kidding. And then the bottoms, okay, who knows? But yeah. I find everything on Amazon. Right now it's going to be a little hard to afford it.
Hopefully, Florida is the same sentence as
I'm hoping that it'll be in the next.
Is StreamYard being weird? Sorry, guys. Sorry.
And Six had to leave because
it could be her internet too.
The StreamYard or something wasn't working, so then she tried to stay in the chat.
Well, StreamYard has been extra funky.
Yeah, I've heard that it's been.
They've been doing things with it, and it's been doing some really weird stuff.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah,
I had a lot of problems with the computer until I hardwired into the mode.
Yeah, I'm hardwired into
in the same sentence are oxymorons. That's very true. I'm frying some plantains from my garden. Oh, Becky, ay, tengo hambre.
Smart.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I would like to visit over there and see Becky too. But let's compare our recipes.
It was lovely to meet Becky, and she was there with a friend, and they were just lovely. And we had dinner. It was so nice. They made all this food.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much food. And that was the first day I started coming down with COVID and didn't know it. So I'm like, why am I not hungry? I don't feel hungry. I feel kind of, I can't taste anything. This is so weird. I can't taste anything.
I'm on the phone the whole time because there's a hurricane going on here.
Yeah.
And we were leaving the next morning. So I spent the whole day flying back to Florida just feeling like freaking death. Oh my God, it was horrible. And trying to keep like my breath to myself so I wasn't getting the whole plane full of people sick. I felt so bad.
Oh no. Yeah.
Because by then I'm like, this is weird. Like I felt weird. I'm like, this isn't a normal cold.
Yeah.
This isn't a normal head cold. This is weird.
I went to
Especially
Becky.
taste buds, because that was like the most common symptom that was so rare that like you lost your taste.
Right.
Well, did
That's
you
what
lose your smell
Still
too?
hasn't.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I kept my smell,
week.
but my taste buds are still fried. They're
Yeah.
still weird.
Yeah, because they're attached.
They're
So
attached, yeah.
I didn't smell or taste anything. It
Yeah.
took like 3 months really for me. It like lasted 3 months. It was really uncomfortable. It lasted a good couple of weeks, like 3 weeks. It was awful. But then after that, I still felt weird and crappy for like 3 months later.
Long
And-
COVID. I've had it now for 2 years. It keeps
Oh,
getting slightly better, slightly better. Today I noticed that it was better than yesterday, my body, and it's like it's so weird. I had it really bad for a year. And then it's been sort of getting better since then. It felt like my bones hurt for
Wow.
a year.
Oh, well, that was it. My bones hurt so bad. I just couldn't move. I was on the couch with my hot water bottles and my heat pads and just lying there feeling like death. I didn't want to eat. It was awful.
That
And
happened to
when
me
you
for
feel
about
like
a
your
year.
bones, yeah. Oh,
And it
God.
climbs up. And today when I was doing dishes, I was like, wow, I feel a little bit better than yesterday. And it's like,
Wow.
it's been doing that. Another friend of mine got COVID before me, and he still has long COVID.
Wow.
So yeah, it
My
messes
roommate
with your
has long
body.
COVID. My roommate has it because she got COVID when it first came out. She got the first rounds, and she got it really bad, like really
My
freaking bad.
friend
And
can't
still
taste
You're all
it.
good, hon. You're all good.
Now
Yeah, no,
I've
my
got
friend-
fibromyalgia, so when I'm in a flare, my bones hurt anyway. So that's what it felt like. It was like fibromyalgia times 4.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is freaking
Jeez.
horrible. It was
I
awful.
thought it was arthritis until the day I popped out of the big one. And
That's
then it was like,
exactly what it
holy
feels
crap,
like.
yeah, it's long COVID with the weirdest symptoms. And it's been a year since then. And about every couple of months, I get slightly better again.
Well, I had
So
a
It's
friend that it ended up doing something with his heart. He-
Yeah.
Hey, Kim. It's like it attacks your neuromuscular.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like a neuromuscular attack more than just a cold or a flu.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It
I
just
got
felt-
it that February before everybody knew what it was.
I
was
have never.
Tired and like just heavy. And then it was just like this weird, like I have the flu, but I don't. And I can't, like, it's like you're so weak, you don't want to eat, you don't, but I was just like,
Quiet.
what? But I
don't
don't
wanna move.
know nasal, no like tummy issue, just like. And
Oh
then
no! See, I
March,
got
and
a
I was
bit snotty, headache.
Mm-hmm. No, and ever since
Awesome, Rio.
I had it, I've only had it once, maybe twice, but like, I thank goodness.
I have never had it. Never have. Knock
either.
wood.
So
I
any
did brought it
Yeah,
back
knock
to
on wood.
China.
symptom
And it actually
of
has helped
having,
me.
allergies or cold or anything like that, my mucus My
Mhm.
chest doesn't expand like it used to. Like
Mhm.
it's so thick. And I was just like, really?
See,
Like
now
I
that
have
it
this,
was,
but
I did have a
people,
lot of, I was coughing up a
yeah.
lot of stuff.
You
Yeah.
can
It was
drown.
very
Yeah, you
thick.
can
It was
literally
thick.
drown.
Yeah.
I was
And
taking
this is why I
Mucinex,
was like, from then on, that's what I have. But I don't have COVID anymore. I just have my body
Long
all of a
COVID.
sudden can't regulate that type of like
stuff. That's too
cumulative.
much.
And I
Yeah.
was like, really? But people have gotten, I mean, we're in hospitals dying.
Yeah.
So and that's why, and then like
You know, right? We're still here.
actually having it, you know,
Yeah.
long term. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
no, that was.
where the
it's-
heck did this come from again? Like,
Yeah. I mean, with me, I'm compromised because I'm diabetic. So
Right.
Oh yeah, see,
Yeah.
you don't want
but I
to.
think
So-
we've never had it. So you know, it's not like we thought of chicken pox.
uh-huh.
Chicken pox. Everybody drink from the same cup, and then find out if you had chicken pox, then you also get what's that older one?
Shingles.
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 We never
Yeah,
had
those are
chickenpox, we
fun.
only
Let me
get
tell
shingles.
you.
So I'm just like, people were giving bad advice.
Yes.
Shingles bad. Shingles hurts.
I
Hurt.
know. And it's
I have friends with
debilitating.
shingles and they
I
have
have
a
it.
hard
I got
Oh.
it one time.
painful.
Yeah, I take the vaccine for it now, but because I got it one time, and I'm like, I'm not doing that again. You know.
Because when I found out they were doing chicken pox shots, you
Mhm.
know, because now I have a teen, and I was like, really? Now we can't even get that simple cold or simple, you know, thing.
Yeah.
But then when they told me shingles, I was like, she's getting everything. Like,
Yeah.
we're not
You
doing
know,
that. And
well,
I'm
and-
like, what do I have to look forward to?
Yeah.
Chickenpox when I was 23.
Don't go near the candle, ding
Oh,
dong.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
I-
interesting.
Yeah.
You've never had it, Becky? See?
Becky.
Well, I didn't catch it until this year. Somehow I
Yeah.
got away with it until
Yeah,
this year.
I literally, I was working at the time, and then I
Ooh.
Ooh.
they basically I can't wear a mask. If you put something over my face, I will panic. It will go into a panic attack. And so you either have to drug me to oblivion, or deal with the fact that I can't wear a mask. And I couldn't work because they were saying you have to wear a mask. And so I basically went on leave. I went on short-term leave that ended up long-term leave that ended up after a year termination and I understand termination at that point because, why do you pay somebody and hold a job for somebody who's not coming in, for a year? So, but I think that's probably why I didn't get it early on in 2020 is because I basically got out of the public and stayed home, So
Now, I had just opened my shop in August, at the end of August 2019. Nevada governor put the lockdown in the middle of March. I was barely 6 months into my business when the lockdown.
That's funny.
And that's horrible, Jen. Jen, we're just
Social business,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I was able to put a gate around the front door because the governor did make an exception for any businesses. Pet stores were essential and veterinarian services were essential, but grooming was not. So I had to abide by the rules for businesses that were not essential, curbside services, pickups, drop-offs, things like that. Contactless payments, things like that. I had a gate around my front door where the dogs would come in and out. We could transfer the dogs safely with no contact. I mean, it was everything I could do to keep my business open because I had just opened.
I can imagine.
I can't believe they don't think grooming animals is a necessity. I get it's property, but I don't understand. It's not.
Because we do a lot of maintenance things that the vets
just like nails or Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
hair.
The vets don't do anal grant. They
For
hate it.
health. Right.
You know.
Yep.
I mean, they really
When
don't do anal games.
when the COVID kicked in, I picked up a side job cleaning swimming pools, which is something I've done for years. And the whole time I was elbow deep in chlorine. So I think that played a lot of the reasons
That'll do
why I
it.
didn't
we
catch
were in the
COVID.
sun, which is the best.
And the pools were closed. So it was a,
Did you
you
drink
know,
any of it?
I was the only one out there.
Well, there you go. That's how you keep not from getting COVID.
We
You go
think
play in
we
a pool.
might have had it. If we did have it, we didn't know we had it. It wasn't like harsh. It would have been a real
Yeah.
mild case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it in the second year. I didn't get it in the first year, and I was around a lot of people at the beginning of it because we were helping a friend die, basically.
Mhm.
So we did a lot of shifts at a friend's house, and we were all hanging out together and trying to keep him happy. He had cancer, and it was like I was knee deep
Wow.
in like people because they would come and visit for the first 6 months and didn't get it until the year after.
Wow.
So it was,
Yeah, I've never
yeah,
had
it
it.
was
I
weird. I
had
might have
I had never
So,
heard of long
Jen, you're also
COVID.
long COVID. Oh,
Yeah.
it sucked.
I knew nothing about that. Holy cow. How
My
long do they
roommate-
think that you're going to be stuck with this?
I have no clue. Absolutely no clue. Long COVID
Wow.
is not even like proven on top of that. So the people who
Wow.
wind up having it, because it's hard to explain. How do you explain to somebody that your bones hurt, you're tired, and you lose all of your motivation at say 6 o'clock every night?
Mm-hmm.
See,
You
I
know,
think
and
it gives you fibromyalgia.
still-
That's what fibromyalgia is.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think it causes neuromuscular bleh, and it causes fibromyalgia because that's what I feel like every damn day. Every day. Every day.
and it's an invisible disease, so nobody believes you either half
Yeah.
the time.
Oh, I hate that.
So-
That ugh.
Yeah,
I have the
so-
same problem. The back
Yeah.
issues, you know,
My husband knew it, but my dad didn't. My dad just looked at me like, right. And it's like, no, and I would try to explain it, and it was
Mhm.
like, it didn't make sense to him because your
He-
bones hurting, that just sounds so extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Do
it's
you
like,
still
how do you
test
real?
positive? Do you still test
does.
I
positive?
don't test positive. I haven't tested
Wow.
positive since I got it.
Mhm.
It's just that these symptoms are so strange because they're not even the symptoms I had when I had COVID. I
Mhm.
found
Right.
out about long COVID because I was watching some YouTube thing about people talking about long COVID, and that's when I said, "Oh
Huh.
crap, that's what I've got."
Uh-huh.
And you think you get over it. I started getting over it last November, I think.
Yeah.
And like I said, and then today I'm washing dishes going, wow, this doesn't hurt, or this, I feel different, or wow, and it's like,
Huh.
oh, I'm coming out of it still. Thrillsville.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
wow.
And
So-
that's what I think it does. It causes an epigenetic. It switches on an epigenetic switch
Mhm.
that causes fibromyalgia. It causes hypersensitivity in the central nervous system, and you have all the same. It's fibromyalgia. That's what it sounds like to me. And you
I
get
have-
fatigued, and you get brain fog. Oh, club brain fog. Go figure.
Yeah. and
Now
that's
that
one of the
explains
big
it.
things is my joke is I would like to be able to speak in 4 syllables eventually again. So, but
Right.
my nerve damage in my leg that I got in my 20s got worse. I almost healed like 90% for something I wasn't supposed to heal from, and now it's back down to about 70. That's why I do the drunken stumble. It's because of my nerve damage. And the only thing that hasn't come back is my whiplash. I got whiplash twice, 18 and 19. That hasn't come back, but now I have like parts of me go numb.
I have that
So
sometimes.
I literally had like I thought it was a stroke. My doctor's like, no, I was numb right here for a couple of weeks. I think
Oh
it
my
was-
God, that happens to me. Or my calf. One calf will go numb, but my face will go numb in just one area.
Is it
for a
right
couple
or
of weeks.
left?
It was the weirdest thing. I
It
thought it
sounds
was
like
a
Bell's
stroke.
palsy. That actually sounds like the Bell's
It
palsy.
went away. It's gone now.
But
It's like I never had it.
Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't.
Or it'll just
Yeah.
tingle. It'll feel cold. It'll
Yeah.
just like
My son
tingle.
has it. Jack has it.
Mine would itch.
Just like
Yeah.
one side of my body,
Yep.
an area of my body will just tingle and
Part of
get
my
cold
ribs,
and
yeah.
numb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. And then it's like it heals, and so it itches while it's coming back. So
Oh
I'm
my
sitting here trying I don't. I get them done on purpose, so I wouldn't bite on my hangnails. But now I got to like hold on to it because I really want to do and make sure I try not to do it in my sleep. That lasted for about 3 weeks, and then now it's gone. It even bothered my eye.
See,
Wow.
my
Gone.
body's
Having
a
that.
temple.
Grandpa, have you thought about getting a service dog if you're stumbling?
Yes, it is. It's a temple.
It's not. The thing is, it's like when you lose your balance just once and you catch yourself.
Uh-huh.
So, if it got worse, yeah, I would get a dog. I mean, that I live in, the blind area where the blind dogs are, so everybody's got to hook up probably to a real service dog everywhere.
Uh-huh. Well, I
So,
mean, Pup and I have talked about it quite a bit. Pup trains service dogs.
okay.
And she's very, very knowledgeable about what the law is on service dogs and what people can and cannot do. And you don't necessarily have to.
Doctor would let me. She'd prescribe one to me, no problem.
But you don't have to have
Well,
that to be
that's the thing. You don't technically, per the law, you don't have to have that. I recommend that people have it because you never know what situation's going to be, and you're going to have, if you have to fly in an emergency, you're going to have your hands full with just trying to get your dog cleared to fly, coordinating with the airlines, because most airlines, if I'm not mistaken, all airlines only allow one service or one animal in cabin at a time per flight. So
Wow.
it's, if you have that, that doctor's note, and it's literally a prescription, that's all it is.
Yes,
But
it is.
If you have that doctor's note, should anything come up where you need to prove for housing or anything like that, you already have it, and it's one less thing you have to take care of later. So it's not technically required per the way the ADA law is written, but I do highly recommend that people have it.
Yeah.
I'll talk to her because I go see her at the end of the month.
Yeah.
I just
See,
got
here's
tight
Mona.
food, and so now
I
I'm
can find out more on the dogs in cabins because I definitely see more than one dog. On a plane.
Okay, so I know that most of the major airlines only allow one unkenneled animal per flight. That would be a service animal.
All right, yeah, there's the difference. The rest of them are shoved in a bag.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you can't technically confine a service animal because then they can't complete and perform the tasks that they're trained to perform.
Right. I would
want to
hire
make
you.
Hank a service animal and bring him with me on trips.
I would do that, Brain Pug, if you're stumbling at all, and I mean, same thing with Journey. If y'all are stumbling at all, the thing about service dogs, especially mobility service dogs, is Pup and I have that's what Mona is.
That's what Mona is. That's Mona's primary task is mobility.
And so basically what the idea is that if you fall, you're not pulling a bookcase over on yourself. Trying to
done
get
that
up,
in the middle of the grocery store.
because that's really dangerous. And
Weirdly enough, I've learned to fall when I had the whiplash. Getting over that is that don't try to grab anything because you're going to hurt your back. So just I learned how to fall, which is falling and rolling at the same time. So weirdly enough, I wouldn't have anything falling on me, but I'll hit a corner somewhere.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
And Mona, for her, because of what she has that requires her service dog, Mona notices when she starts being like dragging her feet or trippy and lets her know. So basically, if you get that, whatever it is that it is causing you, that dog will figure out, okay, that it's fixing to happen. So,
I just shuffle. I literally shuffle my feet. I cannot pick up my feet at times. And right now, speaking of it, my feet are numb. My back is done. So I gotta go.
Okay.
I sat here for 4 hours. I can't do any.
Yeah, it is. We
Oh
just
my
hit the
God.
4-hour mark, you guys.
4
And how much longer do you want to go? If you want to keep going or not?
I don't care. I mean,
I don't care.
Pup and I are always.
I don't care. I was looking for a way out, Jen. Did you catch that?
Until
Yeah.
2.
I did.
Yeah, I did.
Because you figure My show usually starts at 9:30. So we'll see you
Oh,
later,
you're right.
Judy.
Bye, Journey.
Bye.
Hi,
Bye,
Journey.
Journey.
Love you.
Sweet
Bye.
dreams.
You and I need to get together and meet somewhere in the middle one of these days.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to go to San Francisco, but I was like, parking might not be ideal, so I went to SAC.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can always come to my house and then we can go from there.
That I don't know why I didn't think of that.
All right, I may use that offer also.
Bye, guys.
Not you, Dusty. Doing Cheryl.
I was planning on staying at my uncle's, and we have some long family friend in Hayward with extra space to stay. So I was going to try to get a group to go down there.
That'd be cool. Cheryl, is it ice cream?
there.
Because the orange tabby does that with peanut butter. Ah, okay. Yeah, so
Are
you've
you
had a
still eating
lot
that
of
shit?
cat spit in your world, right?
Now she went to a bowl.
He wants to know what everything I'm eating.
Oh, it's a boy on top of that. Oh my God.
He's going to be a big time lover when he gets older.
He's gonna be a
Oh,
dog.
He is. Mm. And I got those buttons to train him.
Oh God.
So far we're working on 2 buttons, and as soon as I touch him, he's like it works.
Huh.
But I need him to touch him now. I need him to go press him.
Instead of you.
But we're working on it, huh, buddy?
Whatever.
So what you're gonna do is teach him to say, "Clean my litter box."
I was thinking F you. She is, Cockney. F
She's
you.
going to
F you.
teach him how to operate the elevator so he can just go outside.
Teach him how
do
to
it
use the
himself.
kettle. Make me a cup of tea. Are you kidding?
Just let him outside. He'll come back.
We went outside today for the first time.
On a leash?
You're not letting him out, are you?
She's on the third
just
floor.
on the third balcony. So he just went outside and he kind of looked around and ran back in. But no, he's an indoor kitty. I've never had an indoor kitty. I've always had a backyard. So my kitties went out during the day and came in at night.
Yeah.
And this one, he just wants so much attention because he's not outside chasing birds and butterflies and stuff. So he's a lot of work.
Mhm.
He's so cute, though. He's a cute boy.
Well, I have 3 German Shepherds in my house.
Oh, I love German Shepherds so much.
They're solid black German Shepherds.
Oh, the Belgian ones.
And so one of them's named Sabbath, the old lady, and the other one's named Ozzy.
Hey.
Yay.
So you
Do
can
they
figure
bark
out.
at
They bark at anything. I mean, if somebody farts outside, they'll bark.
Well, that's an Ozzy album.
I know.
So you have to keep him away from bats, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Look at the
exactly.
moon.
Yep, exactly. But Ozzy's huge. Ozzy, he's bigger than most shepherds I've seen. He can walk up to a regular size countertop and do this.
I
know,
love that.
he is.
Well, aren't
That
the
is
black
so much
ones,
fun.
aren't they Belgian shepherds? They're not German shepherds, they're Belgian shepherds?
No, they're German shepherds. They're full-blooded German shepherds, but I'm not sure where the black gene came from. It got very popular,
Oh,
relatively recently. Well, I'd say
you
that.
have those teak dogs.
Yeah. They really got popular in the breed. And the other thing they did was the white dogs got very popular, but the parent club, the German Shepherd Dog Club of America, literally the only reason that white dog cannot do show in the German Shepherd Dog Club specialties is because the breed standard says that muzzle must be predominantly black.
Oh.
That's how they keep the white dogs out. That's
racist.
I know. I know. But yeah.
Whitey can't come here. Yeah.
That's why they can't show in the specialty shows. Now they have
Finger in
done
your food.
a new breed registry that now they're allowed into. And the same thing with long coats, what we call long coats. Have you ever seen a German Shepherd that has that really almost collie look? Those are what we call long coats. And
I'm
they
at the
are,
dog show this year.
yeah,
I was
they
watching it on TV.
they literally, that's an incorrect coat by the standard, because what that is that's the undercoat that is overgrowing the guard hairs.
Oh,
So
Peter coat.
it's like a gene
Yeah.
throwback or something.
yeah, it is. It's basically a recessive gene, but they've gotten to be again popular. People have bred for them. I don't know. I think Jen's probably groomed one, and that hair is not regular. Doesn't feel like regular guard hair. It's fluffy. It's poofy.
It looks
know?
like it, yeah. And the thing is that those people get those breeds and then they get tired of them and take them to a shelter.
You know.
That's where all the
Mm.
huskies. We have tons of huskies out here because of that.
Really?
Yeah, because
we have
huskies
tons of
do not
pits
like to
here.
be alone. So after COVID, they started destroying people's houses. They got mad and started dropping them off.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's terrible.
They don't give them
Right.
enough attention and exercise. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a ton of the pity breeds and bully breeds here, and Mona
Mm-hmm.
is a rescue. I rescued her a little over a year ago.
A
Oh,
lot of people won't put the energy into training them.
The
They
thing
just
that
want them to be like
Yeah.
cats.
right,
They're not.
right.
the thing
Right.
that pisses me off the most is when you go to a shelter and you see an old dog. Obviously, the gray muzzle, the whole, and it's an old dog, and that they've taken a senior dog that they don't want to deal with anymore and dropped it off, and that dog has been with them their entire life.
That's awful.
know,
Yeah.
And it is horrible. And when all this happened with Pete, we were talking about, okay, I may have to move, but you'll get this stuff. My stepmother is like, well, you can always take the dogs to a shelter. And I said, I am not taking Sabbath to a shelter.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not taking Ozzy either, because Ozzy is very attached. And so he would literally mope himself to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to take an older dog to a shelter, just honestly be kind and put them down if you're going to be
Yes.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because
That's kind of.
horrible.
Yeah.
And I can't. I'd love to take a senior dog, but we can't because I've got a 3-story townhouse.
Yeah.
So that's also why I haven't gotten like a German Shepherd or anything else, because
Mhm.
the was it the hip thing where they
Hip
can't go up and
dysplasia?
down? Yeah.
Hip,
Right.
believe it or not, hip dysplasia. It's really funny on the breed. They've done a lot of work on hip dysplasia within the breed. They really have. We still see it, but we don't see it as often. And the interesting thing about it is that everybody looks at those dogs that have what we call a top line. They look like motorboats going around the ring. They're really down in.
Right.
A lot of people look at those dogs and say, well, that dog has got hip dysplasia. There's no way it can't have it. I had a dog that was like that. That was an OFA excellent, hips and elbows. You can't judge a dog but just by looking at it and say that dog has hip dysplasia, that dog has elbow dysplasia. And there's a lot of vets that literally do that. You walk in and I've had, when I sold pups, when I used to breed the dogs, I would get, my vet said this dog is going to have hip dysplasia. I said, well, does your vet have x-ray eyes? Did you do rads? And the vet that I worked for made the mistake one time, and she told an owner that, and I kind of, once we got back into the lab, I looked at her and said, do you have x-ray eyes? And she goes, what do you mean? And I said, you cannot tell an owner that, because unless you're doing x-rays and you can find out that dog is dysplastic, that owner is going to go back and say, well, the vet said my dog was dysplastic, and the breeder is going to say, well, did he do x-rays? Well, no, tell him to do x-rays.
Well, people are mean. They'll put the dog
Simply
down.
means
Yeah, exactly.
having a
Yeah,
dog
it's
that
like, no,
sleeps
I
like
already
that
thought that if I
simply
got a
means that-
bigger dog, I would get a stair climber for the dog first before we needed it. but
Mhm.
it's like it is 3 full stories, and that just seems to be mean
But
to get a
most,
bigger dog to do it.
yeah,
Right.
most
I'm on
shepherds
the
can
third
handle that
floor. I'm
without a
on the
problem.
third floor. I don't have a dog either because same thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a little backyard or something.
Mhm. Yeah,
The
that's the thing.
walking part, but I was just worried about the doors or the stairs, and also a tail that would clear everything.
Yeah,
of course,
I have that.
like
I have that. Yeah. The
I mean,
tail
I
from
Struck out with
hell.
Mona.
dogs love
Mhm.
me, so even when I'm out doing a live stream, someone's big dog will come and then they'll try to like knee me. So they'll
Mhm.
just throw them at me. They'll throw themselves at me, and the person's always like, "I'm sorry," and I'm like, "I'm used to it." They're just trying
Yeah.
to knock me down. I love you. You don't even know me.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, I will say the shepherd breed went too far in that top line. It really got bad for a while there.
Yeah.
And it's coming back up. I go into what I call a Northwest dog, which is not quite as extreme.
Ooh, tamale.
Never really did that. So because I don't like the motorboats, I really don't. To me, they look strange. They're not extending their hock like they should. Is why you get that really extreme, and we call it locked hocks.
My dream dog would be a black standard poodle.
They're great dogs.
Oh,
I know.
They're
My aunt
very
had one when I was
intelligent.
growing up.
Yeah. Well, I keep telling Pup that I want to get a Bernese Mountain Dog or a Bernie Doodle.
You
We
have
call them
fun with that.
Bernese.
Huh?
Bernays
'Cause-
are so cool. They're just, someone said, because we were looking at, we go to a mall in Palo Alto and they all had their dogs out. Trainers take their dogs there. And there was this couple, they had 2. And one was, I was like, what are these like? Because we had a tiny little condo at the time and we would tease each other about it. And she was like, oh, they're lap dogs. They really do. They get big, they want to sit on your lap. That's it. And
Oh
he
my
did. He like
God.
laid himself out in front of a store and she was trying to get him to move and he was like, I'm done.
Yeah. She's
It's
been
funny
talking.
that you bring up the Bernedoodle because I just groomed 2 of them today.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah,
They were
they're
so
cute. But
Andrea wants a puppy.
yeah, my biggest problem is I have to have a big dog that's going to be able to handle me helping me get up. So it's got to be I mean, I could probably do a golden, but it'd have to be one of those big stocky ones,
With the big head.
Yeah. And
Like
the
Hank.
lab and that where I could do a pitty probably.
That
Mountain
Mona's a
Mute.
staffy.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've got the build for it.
Yeah. So, I mean, if Ozzy would train, he would be perfect, but Ozzy was traumatized by Pete's death. He literally was in a crate at Pete's feet the entire time. And through the CPR that I did, through all of the stuff that happened, and he literally broke a tooth trying to get at the coroner taking Pete out. So and now what's happened with him, we've discovered, we didn't realize it, but we've discovered now, he used to be a little shy. He'd bark but he'd stay away and look. Now he's aggressive. Now he'll go for it. And I think it has something to do with the fact that his dad was taken out and hasn't come back, so by strangers. And
Right.
so we think he's really traumatized about it. And, I can't I worry about putting him in a kennel, kennel killing, or like if I go visit somebody, because I just don't know. I think he'll be okay out of the territory, but I don't know. So I'm going to get one of a basket muzzle and take and see what happens.
Girl, he's going to be big. He hasn't stopped eating. Usually they stop eating and go away.
No, he doesn't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, that's
He's going to be a big one. You're going to have to like keep him exercised.
Well, that's what I have. Do you know how many mousies he has? I make him run around and chase things all over the furniture. I spend
Fat
all day.
cats are the best cats.
No, they're not because they can get asthma.
I love a fat
Our
cat.
stripy one had
They get-
asthma bad.
They
I
can
called her my
get,
little Ferrari because she cost us a fortune.
yeah,
But she only
I'm
lived to be
just
11.
putting such a tiny bit on here that he's just licking some.
But
yeah.
still,
It's
usually-
they get fatty
But-
liver as well.
He
And
needs to know
Yeah.
everything I'm eating.
I've been wanting a new orange tabby.
I know I wouldn't mind an
Been
orange
overdue.
one.
I love my orange tabby.
And
Yeah.
I got a Maine Coon. She's tiny and she's all fluffed up right now. She actually owns the property. She is she's the HOA director outside.
you have
Well,
a
we all
Maine.
know-
Is she a baby?
No, she's at least 10.
Oh,
Oh, you
wow.
know, KA's Maine Coon that I want to steal and bring home, Soda.
Yeah.
The grumpy old man.
Yeah, hers is a big man.
Yeah.
This is just a regular cat. It's
Yeah.
not huge
He's
like
an
Soda.
internet cat. He can be in the, on the internet page. She can start a page for him and they'll just come to see that how big he is.
Give him
Yeah.
a goofy
Mhm.
little voice like Tatum. Be good to go. Make a bunch of little skits.
Dusty, you just
You're
blurred out.
focused.
You're focused.
What's
Focus. Focus.
Worry.
Put your hand up in front of your
Yeah.
camera.
Go like this.
Oh, did it work?
Yep.
This episode's brought to you by SPTV. Please support SPTV Foundation. Thank you.
Huh.
No,
It'll
You may
come
have to
back
move-
on eventually.
It's getting better.
Starting. Yeah. It's still only half your face though.
That's because I said it because I was leaning back.
Stop playing with it now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
good.
never going to happen.
He's got it.
That's why I got glasses.
Men.
They have to fix everything. They can't leave anything alone.
Okay, now he's going to explain to us how optical focus works.
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. But I have a lot of fun with I hope you guys like the commercials that I do for the
Oh, they're hilarious.
To watch it, I have ever since the Orange Balloon came to town. I haven't been watching anything in the evening. So I watch in the morning and then I'll go do a live stream and I just never come home and watch anything. Carrie Ann's trying to get me to watch hers at least.
Mhm.
And I did last night, but most of the time I'm trying to get back into it again because, all I want to do is wear my big pink hat and run around going, we're going to get you.
Mhm. Yeah, you're fine. But I do yours. The one that I did for you, Brain Fog, this week was the one where the door was open. You had to pay for parking or something, and the door was open, and until that chick. I mean, I got the picture of it right as she looked at you. Yeah.
Drop Short, hello, welcome. You were one of the names or channels that we brought up on the
Yeah.
subscribe-a-thon. So
Definitely.
hopefully
definitely.
there's some subscribers in there for you.
Yeah.
We're pushing subscriptions today.
You
We
can
kinda-
see his.
We kind of petered out on that about 2 hours ago,
Yeah.
People
That's
have
his.
though.
That's that
People who
picture.
come into San Francisco are guys. That's
Mhm.
why I'm started calling them the Z Boys. There are a lot of new 90s guys in San
Mhm.
Francisco.
Yeah.
And I had a major anxiety attack today and didn't go. And it might be because I'm afraid of what they're going to try to do. So because they were I drove by and usually they go hide when they see me and they came back out. And they're
Ooh.
sitting there laughing with some guy in his regular clothes. And it's like, I've never known any of them before and they're new. And I don't know if they're there for, I call them baby boo food, Cairo, or what. So
Well,
they've
you-
changed from all the pretty women to all the pretty boys in San Francisco. That makes sense.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty good.
You could always use your zoom on your camera, at least get the pictures of those people so that We can put it on Faces of Scientology.
Well, yeah, no, it's the first round. It's when they
Yeah.
realize they can't mess with me. That's the hardest.
Yeah.
Every time somebody new moves in, because one of them even like stuck out of the back door and went like this to me, and I'm like, great, here we go. So they all have to learn that they can call the cops on me again, and they can try to, get my kill my signal, which is an FCC violation. LA, if anybody's in LA, making a complaint to the FCC because they can fine them for every day that they keep signal blocking. It's a big thing with all the tech geeks because they've been trying to do that forever to tech geeks, and they all found out that the FCC loves that stuff because it messes with their airwaves.
Yeah,
So
they want
somebody
to
will turn
prosecute
on.
one of the streamers for
Yeah,
overhearing
somebody
a
will.
phone call on the live.
Well, that's different though. Somebody will turn on, there's a signal blocker on the second floor. Somebody turns it on, they realize they're not supposed to do it because I'll say, don't do that or I'll call the FCC. And then they get on them and then it doesn't come back up again. But they haven't taken it out yet. So I'm waiting for the kids, the Z boys, I'm going to just start calling them zebras, are going to do it. It's this whole thing. Every time we get a new crowd, I have to put up with them looking at me. I have to put up with them taking pictures of me. I have to look up or put up with the signal busting. And then they all realize that nothing can happen, that in San Francisco, as long as I don't use a bullhorn, they don't care, or block the door.
Yeah.
They don't care. So, and then they'll all
And they scurry like freaking mice around us. I mean, they see us, they're like 360 and they're hauling ass. I mean, they see
We're not
us.
allowed to use a bullhorn down here. We're not allowed.
We don't. Here, not the times I've been in Austin, we don't even see them. They don't come. They'll sneak out the back door or something like that as they're leaving. That's about it. They don't come out.
We've only got 3 doors and it's a flat iron, so they have no choice. They have to try to get the door I'm not at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be at one door, they're coming out the other door. I found an extra door that they have, and then they go out the other door. And so it's very captive audience with them.
Yeah.
And
you know what that brings up? Tell us the story about when they were trying to take a picture.
Which one? They're always trying to take pictures.
They were like posing for a photograph with a whole bunch of them, and they wouldn't take the picture because you were there.
Well, I was done. I go to the car and I sit there on YouTube trying to make a queue to drive home to, because traffic can be anywhere from half an hour to an hour and a half. So I sit there and make a queue, and then I'll leave probably a while after I get in my car, just in case Osa is watching. Hey, Osa. And I waited long enough. I went to pull away, and they're all there at the front of the building taking a picture in their regular clothes. And it was like, so I took a picture a couple of times. Nobody caught me till the next day. That, and Natalie has actually cursed me with Aaron Cairo. She once said that when he drove by one time, it wasn't him. It was, unfortunately. I think my phone actually made him prettier, filter or something. And so I kept running into him after that.
He's got a bit of a ratty face. He looks like a Muppet rat to me.
He's got the athletic body. He's got he was probably
Does he?
Yes. My brother was a big-time cyclist, complained about 4% body fat, and Aaron's got the body. So I can see him from a mile away.
He looks really skinny and lanky.
Because he keeps the body fat off. So that's how I can tell. And when Natalie said, that's not Aaron, I'm like, yeah, it is. Trust me. And it was but ever since then, I keep seeing him. I'm
no.
And people ask me, do you see Aaron Cairo? And I'm like, yeah. And I caught him sleeping in his car with his wife. He got out of a car in front of me. He's done it a couple of times. It's like, maybe he was trying to not be the next Bufu. Seriously. I mean, all I could think of is trying to sabotage his own, like going up the ladder. Because there's no reason he could be sleeping in his office.
Yeah, was he sleeping in the car? Wasn't he sleeping in his car?
with his wife. I actually saw him. I try not to take pictures of her. It's not her fault. So I saw him just like it was a Thursday, and that's when I went, "Thanks, Natalie." Don't need to be in court.
Oh God.
It's like he cursed
funny.
me with him. You know, scapegoating people who are across the street because they're all playing at the pyramid right now are like,
Mhm.
"That's Aaron Cairo in there." I'm like, "Yeah," and most of them don't like him because of what he did, because he
Yeah.
just vanished on everybody.
Yeah, he
Took down his
totally.
skateboard park overnight once, and one of his people was a work visa. He had to go back to England. So yeah, these people do not like him. So I sort of
No, he
I
messed
sort of
up.
make it not. It's like whoever put him in San Francisco is an idiot because San Francisco doesn't like skateboarders to begin with.
Mhm.
So they
Right.
should have put him somewhere. LA. They should have put him. He is so out of reach, just not here. And
Mhm.
even when they come up to me and they're like, "Oh, Cairo's in there," and somebody in their group will always go, "He sucks," you know.
Mhm.
So it's weird. It comes and goes. And yes, I'll have people taking pictures of me again. I'm used to it. But the one when one of the Z boys came out of the door and went like this to me, and I'm like, "Oh God, here we go again." And I just tell them, I go, "You can't call the cops on me because a friend of mine is a cop, and I'm almost 60. So yeah, call on the little old lady that's sitting out there with the camera all bundled up."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And who always goes, "Hi, you're here for me." You do.
Jeez. Well, I mean, poor pup. She ended up having the cops called on her. I mean, literally, she'd been there, what, 19 minutes?
19 minutes when they showed up.
Dang.
19 minutes when they showed up. And now this is Metro. And Metro has a horrible response time, which means they had to have called the minute I got there.
Or said that you had a BOMB.
Yeah.
I think that's what they did to me last time because I had 3 in San Francisco. 3 cop cars. That doesn't
Okay.
Well,
happen.
we have enough
Do
crazies
you
in
want to
LA.
know
We
what the
don't
call
want
of
it.
service was? The call of service was I was photographing people from one
What?
cop. The other cop said video people. That was the call of service. 19 minutes in, 3-car response with the 4th showing up afterwards with lights. I was on the public sidewalk.
Wouldn't tell me what I got called for. They wouldn't tell me. I tried and tried and tried,
Aren't
and
they
I'm like,
supposed to tell you?
they wouldn't tell me because they didn't do anything. All they did was come up to me, and I'm like, "Hi," da da da. They walk in, they talk to them, they come back out, and they go, "Thank you," and they leave. And I'm like, "What are you here for?" Because it was 3 cop cars. They don't do that. And I'm like, he's like, "Oh, well, don't worry about it. It's no big deal." I went, "What did they call me for?" And since they weren't going to do anything, they didn't have to tell me.
Yeah.
But see, because they have nothing on you. That's the thing. You're out there doing what you can legally do.
That's why I think they called a B word on me because it'd be the only reason
Because it's
that
just
I
an
would get
English
3
term.
cars on me without an answer. So now all they do is drive by and wave at me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Asshole.
Dang.
Gotta cool down.
Dang.
They
That's
don't
not
even
big, though,
look at us.
like that last picture.
I
Well, they
I have
tried to
Clearwater
look.
cops pass us all the time.
Okay.
They just drive by. They're
Oh,
on their
wait.
merry little way. They don't care
But
about
you
us
know
at
who
all.
says hello to us? Tom Cruise's sister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had that
That
sighting.
during the memorial service.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just sitting there and just nonchalantly, Aaron's sitting on the floor and this lady goes by. He goes, "Oh, hey, Marion." And she walks by and goes, "Yeah, that's Tom Cruise's sister." And we're like, "Huh?"
That's one of the crazy things with being with Aaron is he
I know
refers
her.
to all these people by first names and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
I have
Hey,
no idea who these
everyone.
people are. And hey,
Yeah.
they
Well,
walk
I'm
by like
learning because every time
robots
he
with a
goes
quick
into
giddy
the,
up.
well, now I know who Pat Harney is, and now I know who Amber is. So thanks to him, because every time he comes out, he recognizes someone,
Mm-hmm.
but he
Yeah, no,
doesn't know the name
He went
of
up to the
security
visitor center
guy.
the other day and stuck his stuck his face in the door.
I know, that was hilarious.
I saw
Well,
that.
that's Pat Harney was the lady sitting there. She's like, "You can't be in here," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not. I'm in a public place." And then
Right
the lady,
next to the sign
you could tell,
says
was
all
in
welcome.
massive trouble on the RPF because she's got a vacuum on her back and she's vacuuming like body
Oh
laying
my
from the
God.
corners. Who you
It's
gonna
funny how
call?
an
Thank
Aaron
you.
Stream he went from that desk right over to the sign that says all welcome or some shit like that. You're not
Right.
welcome here.
Uh-huh.
You're not welcome here. Oh my god, that's so freaking funny.
That's funny.
All is
Um,
welcome. Welcome all or some shit.
and then you hear,
Oh my
Yep.
God.
That's when we went up to see they got a Winter Wonderland here in Clearwater too, and we were checking it
So
out
lame.
even though it was closed, and it blew me away that an alleged house of worship or a church has a Christmas festivity for the public that you have to pay a fee to go into.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
We saw that
Yeah.
sign says tickets here.
Well,
We're like,
and
oh, you
like,
got to be
we need-
fucking kidding me.
Dude, we
Weird.
need to run over to like Safety Harbor and show like the little Christmas shit they got going on over there, and then run over to Dunedin and show what they've got.
I wanted to
because-
show you the one in Largo tomorrow, hopefully.
Right, and they've
That
got the
one's
Largo.
massive. That
Exactly, and
one's massive.
just show the towns around Clearwater what Clearwater could be doing.
Mhm.
But instead, they got a bunch of run bots running around.
Well, they did put on a concert in the middle of the street, but one of the things with that concert the other night is nobody wanted to be there. It was like it was a big production for the 100, maybe 125 people.
Who was there? Who was playing?
It was a Tom Petty tribute band, and they were
Oh.
good. They were real good. And they put up one of them foldy rent the stages up, right? Blocked off the street, buckloads of cops on overtime. A lot of cops.
Yeah.
They're half the crowd.
Huh.
It was fun. It was good. It was a nice production that the city put on, but it was right in the towering fucking cult buildings all around. Nobody wants to be part of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they barely
killing
exist
the
outside of
businesses.
New York and San Francisco. They barely exist. I mean, the cops don't like them. The firemen don't like them. We've got one of the biggest firehouses a block away from them. They don't come. I've never had the fire department called on me. It's like they don't like them. And it's because of the cult thing. And people ask me why I've done this, why I do this, and it's Jonestown. And that's what carries everywhere. It's like these
Mhm.
guys don't have a chance here because Jonestown. And it's just that's what November is about. So it's like I hate November. I couldn't wait till December came around.
Mhm.
So Bridge is right. Everybody in Florida knows that Scientology is taking over Clearwater, and
Yeah.
that 125 people, I'm guessing 50 plus of them were Scientologists, and I'm standing there with all my SP shit on, even live streaming at one point.
Yeah. It's a shame what happened to Clearwater. It really is.
It is.
You know?
It sure
It
is.
is. I watched as the takeovers, well, the buyouts, growing up so close to Clearwater. It is definitely not a place that I would take my kids. Now, I went there as a kid, but it is definitely not a place I would take my kids if I ever come back.
Yeah, it's
Well,
damn creepy.
the beach is completely different, and Coachman Park, I think, is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of it,
The downtown
unless
sucks.
you're there to protest,
Yeah.
That's the only good part of being downtown
There's
is the
nothing-
protest.
I mean, it really and truly, it looks like by Watch House, nobody's there. It's like a ghost town, you know?
and every once in a while, we'll get somebody who's a long timer in Clearwater, and they'll come and thank us for being out there, and they'll tell us stories about the old days and what it used to be like, and how time gradually passed, and what it is today. And they'll talk. There was this building used to be this, and where Flag is, they apparently where they built Flag, they cut down 3 or 4 really old oak trees, and that's a no-no here in Florida.
Oh man.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Scientology just threw dollar bills at it to fix the problem.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how they always fix it is throw money
Yep.
at it. But you'll
Yep.
know if it's really going down, I bet, when those Clearwater businesses start being sold. That's when you'll know it's really going down
Mhm.
because that's going to be the easiest thing for them to get rid of. Even through the whales, will be killing the buildings and just starting to vacate everywhere. Because
Yeah,
I
but they're
seriously think he's going to go run off to the middle of the ocean or something. He's not going to stick around, Davey. He's going to leave.
well,
You
aren't they doing a whole lot of rehab on buildings there in Clearwater? Because I keep seeing you guys look into these
They're
buildings.
doing a lot of renovations right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything.
no, because that's the free
Well, they're
labor.
just, they have to spend so much money by end of the year because they're a non-for-profit whatever. So they've still got to spend money every year. They're doing it. They're fixing up the buildings because all the empty buildings.
Even
they
if
have
even if a
around.
business popped in, it would be just basically Scientology
Mhm.
ran business.
Huh.
That's why I said if they
Just
start
like the
selling
build-
buildings to real
businesses
people,
that
then you
are
know
there.
they're really running out of money.
So the concert I did last night, there was a good amount of people at that concert. And do you think they went into Nash Keys or Downtown Pizza or the Mexican place or the sushi place? Nope, they were gone.
Yeah.
So when there's concerts
Yeah,
at
no
the
one
town, they
hangs
come
around.
in, they do concert, and they get in their car
No
and they
one hangs
leave.
around.
Hmm.
Nobody supports
Yeah,
any
I
of the
mean, it's just-
businesses. And
It just, seems so sad because those areas, especially that area where Nash Keys and that type of stuff is, where I see you guys do a lot of filming. It's so pretty, it really
Yeah.
is.
all those
And
all those buildings are owned by Scientology. So even if they're not a Scientology business, they're still
Mhm.
paying rent to Scientology.
right.
And
That's so
I
sad.
don't think the quality of any of those restaurants are any good.
Yeah. Well,
I want your
I mean,
puppy.
yeah. It it just seems so sad, I mean, Clearwater's in a really neat area. It really is, And
Show
to
off.
have
If
that happen.
Scientology wasn't there and they make flag into the convention center, it'll be bumping. It'll be booming.
Yeah.
Booming. And Cheryl and I talked about it in the past. You go to like Tarpon Springs and you go into one of the stupid little trinket stores that is all along the sponge docks. There's all kinds of them. And you
Mhm.
walk in there and there's trinkets that say Tarpon Springs, hats, shirts, everything Tarpon Springs. You don't have that in Clearwater. Even
Mhm.
St. Pete, you got all those places, St. Petersburg. It's non-existent. You can go to Clearwater
You go
Beach
to
and get
Cocoa
stuff that
Beach.
says Clearwater Beach on it, but you can't find anything that says Clearwater.
Yeah, I mean, go to Cocoa Beach, that right in that area, you see the same thing. There's all the little trinket shops, and
Yeah,
a
we
lot
don't
of them have to do with
There's hundreds and hundreds of them throughout
yeah.
the West Coast here in Florida, and none in there.
Yeah, that's
Those are the businesses that are being choked out by Scientology.
That's why I go
Well,
to
and they're
the
doing it for
donut
a
shop
reason.
and the two delis around me is that I want them to see my face and I'm buying things from them just so that because the Scientology people eat there too. And it's like, no, I want them to know that I'm not a pain in the butt. Most people who see me are getting to know me, you're that woman who just sits here and talks to the front door. And I'm like, yeah. So,
It's me.
and I get to know some of the dogs around there. And, I made my presence known that way they can't make the local businesses think I'm bad. So if they start complaining about me, those people will know better. So,
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
someday when Scientology falls, because it ain't gonna last forever,
Yeah.
and Clearwater will probably be the last one to fall.
Hmm.
But when that happens, downtown there, it's gonna be a cash register. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a money making machine.
Hmm.
I mean, it's got so many options. aquatic. There's aquariums. There's beaches. There's
so much. Yeah.
There's so much
there's
potential.
there's
that's just
football.
being
There's
lost.
baseball.
Yeah.
Pro all over the place
I
Yeah.
just
too.
love that church that hasn't given up, though.
Yeah, that's true. They have that, God bless them.
The First Memorial Presbyterian.
Yeah.
Go God for that one.
God bless them. But yeah.
I can't wait for to take my street name back in LA too. How dare they build their Scientology cult on my street in LA?
They're getting away with blocking it off. I mean, cities are usually really like really don't mess with our streets, and
Yeah.
they have that whole area blocked off. That's just, and right next to a hospital. That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is-
L. Ron Hubbard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a funky little street too. It's just like a little bypass.
Does it go
Usually
all the way
cities-
through?
It's only like that one block that the Big Blue's on.
Cities are still like, they don't care how big or how small it is. Cities are usually
Yep.
very possessive about their streets. That's why I've never understood how they've gotten away with that. So
Because they've
that would be
convinced
corruption at a
everybody that
higher
it's a
level than
private
just
street.
cops.
Do what, Jen?
They've convinced everybody it's a private street, and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's only by intimidation too.
Or cash investments.
I'm thinking corruption is higher up than cops or city planners there.
I think it is too. It's up there.
It is.
It
is.
It really is up there. I think if you followed the money, you would find it, and but following the money in that instance would be really hard.
It would take a lot of money to find that money.
Yeah. It's because it's so interwrapped with all kinds of other shit.
I think the best way to get Scientology to fall is to keep calling out their shit. And the bigger the media, the more shit can be called out. And I think mainstream media, as bad as it is, should be calling them out.
I think so too.
Mainstream media to me is complete shit right
It's
now.
trash. Yeah, it's trash.
I was gonna say, get the idea of somebody who's got high numbers on YouTube. That's in a media that's,
Mhm.
like the liberal media is all on YouTube. Fine, let's start using them then. Since the regular channel 2 ain't gonna do it, and especially with the orange balloon there's gonna be no break in
We
the
need,
news.
Farron Collins to start calling them out right here in Florida.
Yeah.
Get Tennessee Brando on there.
Well, I mean, there's so many people that are doing news type stories on either side. And if you could get them to start covering this, that's the thing is you have to become the biggest squeaky wheel before anything changes governmentally. You have to be the biggest pain in the ass to them before they notice you.
So we got to grow this community, grow the community. Invite your friends, everybody. If you got a phone, all you got to do is put a little sticker like that on there and you are good to go. Live stream away. We will back you up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're going to lose me right now because I got to go lay down. Seriously.
I'm tired too, you guys. We've been
All right,
going
wanna
5
wrap it up?
hours.
If you want to wrap it up, you can.
I'm pretty
I
beat.
think I'm history.
I love you all.
Love you
Bye,
all.
you guys.
We'll
Thank
see
you
you
for
guys
having
later.
me.
Take
That's
it easy.
great.
Oh gosh.
Foggy, love you guys. Cheryl, have a good night and I'll see you tomorrow.
How do I get out of here?
I will click you
Go
out. You
back.
guys, thank you for being here so much. I hope everybody got subscribers. I know I got like 8. So it was good night.
Yep. Anytime.
Pup,
you get-
have a good show. You're probably going live, everybody. Room raid, Pup.
Yep.
All right, I'm heading over to mine now.
All right, bye.
Bye.
See you and get some rest. You guys, it's been a long night. Thank you so much for being here. I still got, let me see how many people I got left here. Let me get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. Remove.